Coming up on the show tonight, we found out about the Radha Raman Folk Festival. We hear some music from Rock and Roll, Vincent and the Invaders. And we head over to the Workscape Park where they've been busy bringing unused bikes back to life. Good evening, you're watching The Bucket List with me, Beth Krista Wilson. First up on the show tonight, this weekend was the 5th annual Radha Raman Folk Festival in Hare Hills. And we caught up with one of the organisers to talk about the event.
So, Ahmed, hello again, nice to see you. Can you tell me briefly how the Classical Indian Music Festival went? Because obviously very exciting to cover that last time and I didn't get to see it myself.
Thank you very much, Ellie. That went really wonderful, and your coverage helped us, getting more audience into the hall actually. And then lots of audience left feedback in our comment box that they were guided by that coverage actually. So it was really wonderful. Thank you very much for that.
Yeah. That's fine. Thanks for having us. Can you now tell us about Radha Raman, because we were very interested to know what's coming up there.
Well, Radha Raman Folk Festival is a festival of mainly Bengali folk music and folk dance. Bengali folk music is such an exuberant form of world music. It was ignored, in so many years from global audiences. So our intention is to promote that rich and powerful music, and also a very luminously colorful dance called Dhamal dance. Anybody can take part of this. It's not like sort of classical dance at all. Anybody who are aware of the stepping, who are aware of the rhythm, they can always take part and become the part of the member of the dance. This is not simply an art event. This is a proper community event. Anybody from any cultural background can take part, and also we have a very political vision to achieve as well through this festival. This festival actually is a way to tackle extremism, growing extremism in Asian diaspora. And also, because this festival is based in Hare Hills, we are just trying to shape that festival as the Festival of Hare Hills. Lots of how we dub actually socially excluded women who were afraid of taking part for many superstitions, for many religious bindings. And first year we actually struggled to get them into the hall because they have got so many negative propaganda against music and dance.
Has Radha Raman been like that from its conception, an idea where there's a certain theme about bringing in women who are socially excluded and tackling extremism, or has this become more relevant this year?
No, that's fantastic. This Radha Raman is quite pertinent and highly relevant. That's why Radha Raman Festival is doing this. Radha Raman is an iconic philosopher from Bengal, and also an iconic, a remarkable folk lyricist who wrote actually about more than 3,000, some said 2,000 lyrics in Bengali. And those lyrics are so popular. His lyrics and his philosophy was followed by all different religions in India. He was a remarkable one who wrote so many poetry that promotes profound humanism and an eternal love. But his philosophy was highly followed by Sufis from Muslim and Buddhist as well. Only because his lyrics or his verses of poetry accommodates different faiths. But again, an agnostic man like me, is fascinated by the beauty of his poetry.
And as a final point, is there something particularly coming up in Radha Rahman that you think you're really looking forward to personally?
Well, this another thing that I could say, this is a free for all festival. You don't have to pay anything. I mean, if somebody likes Indian curries, that is free as well for our audience. They actually enjoy our sort of delicious curry that we offer for our audience. The fact that this festival is implicitly in a position to tackle extremism, so we are sort of inviting as many young people into the hall, and see the beauty of the culture, the magic of the culture.
Do you think young people in Hare Hill are given opportunities like this enough, or do you think they need more community activities?
I think they need more community activities, and I'm sure, like others, I mean, once they will come and join the festival, they will wait for the next one, like the others. I mean, people are sort of knocking at us from last May. When is the festival happening?
Next up tonight, music from local band Vincent and the Invaders. We caught up with them last week over at the Old Chapel.
Guys, let's talk about rock and roll. Who can tell me what that is?
Originally, it's 50s music, but we're not sort of like a retro tribute band. We still think this music is relevant, current, and because of the energy that we play with it. And there's elements of sort of a punky edge to what we do as well. We all play other sorts of music as well, but we love this music because it's the sort of first music we loved. And there's no more exciting music going to see live than a great rock and roll or rockabilly band. Although you would say it's underground, it's not necessarily chart music. There's plenty of bands selling plenty of albums doing rockabilly and R&B. I mean, we have elements of rhythm and blues in what we do.
That's one of the things that we try and do, is we're not trying to be like, is that how they did it in the 1950s? Because we came through the first bands that I was in were like punk bands and rock bands, and like I like T-Rex and a lot of rock and roll, proper rock and roll, and Andy likes the Stones. So to me, it's the gig has got to be loud, and there's got to be a bit of variation, but it's got to be usually fast and in your face. One of the things that we're trying to do as well is try and be as good as we can at the instruments, and I think that's come over, and I'm proud to be in this band.
And what's the state of rock and roll nowadays? Because I think that it's fair to say that you don't see much of it, at least not the way you guys sound, in the charts. Now, is the charts a fair indication of anything at all, or what is it? Because it seems to be something.
You don't have the charts currently, I don't know. I mean, it's all downloaded. I mean, I don't know what's number one or what's selling, because is it album sales, or is it just...
It's not on anymore, but what you used to do is you used to go out every week and see Top of the Pops and go out and buy like a record off the band that you saw on Top of the Pops, and that you sell... you used to have to sell 1.5 million copies sometimes to get to the number one. And I don't really see... It's so diversified now, that's why I think there is a room for us doing this music. If all it was the stuff that was in the charts, like it used to be, there used to be stuff in the charts and there used to be bands that could do albums, and that was it. So I think there's a market for what we're doing.
You see, that is the other question. Are you trying to live rock and roll, or is it kippers for breakfast and a nice walk in the countryside, or is it smashing up hotel rooms? What is the actual story?
Well, we've got day jobs, and it's a release. It's a great hobby to have, and it gets us away from the humdrum, if you like, of the day job. There's no better feeling than getting out in front of an audience in a pub or a small venue, and then just absolutely tearing the place up. That's the buzz. At the end of the day, that's what it's about.
So rock and roll is something you channel on stage.
Yeah, I've fixed more hotel rooms than I've smashed up. I've swept floors. I usually leave places better than I found them.
Well, that will be good information for the people who are hopefully going to be hosting you on your upcoming live career. Now, let's hear a bit about that, because Leeds has got a lot to look forward to, I understand. Where can people go to see you and when?
Well, we're playing at the... What date? We're playing the Primrose in Meanwood.
12th of December.
12th of December?
At the Primrose on Meanwood Road, which is a sort of good little sweaty rock and roll pub.
New Roscoe, which is a bigger sweaty rock and roll pub. We're playing there in January. That's in Leeds. That's a good venue, 200 sort of seater venue if you like. I can't remember the date though, unfortunately.
It's a full jam. But if you could look on our Facebook page, you'll see where we're playing.
That's it for the first part of the bucket list tonight, but don't go anywhere, because after the break we're going to be heading to the works and finding out about their Christmas bike initiative. We'll see you in a few minutes.